So starting the test drive in this Mach GT Performance, I absolutely love this car. It's so quick. It's so much fun to drive. And a lot of people like to talk down on this car because it is electric. And they're like, why would you name this a Mustang, blah, blah, blah. But whatever you decide to call it, it's a beast of a vehicle. It's efficient. Again, it's quick, it's fun to drive, relatively spacious, and honestly, for $60,000, you get a lot for the money, I think. 280 miles of range, and I always kind of got mad at Ford for only having 150 kilowatt DC fast charge speed, but honestly, a lot of these other companies like to show out their max charge speed that you get for 30 seconds, and then basically it's in line with this car anyway, and it just makes it a bit safer to charge as well. So me, as I've actually used mine to travel quite a bit, I tend to charge within 40 to 45 minutes depending on how low that the battery get. So about what you'd expect from any other EV, honestly. Now Hyundais and Kias with their charging infrastructure, they can really do 10 to 80 in 15-20 minutes. I've tested that as well. I had to rent one when I was out of town once. But other than that, I mean, everything else is, it's not really a big deal, I think. Especially if you're traveling maybe 5% of the time like I am, where I need to hit a DC fast charger. But 95% of the time I charge this at home and it's no problem. But love the hands-free driving here. It doesn't make you want to take a nap, but it is relaxing. Now, one thing about this car, this does have the MagneRide damping system. It helps with the ride quality a little bit, but it's still stiff. It's still relatively bouncy for an EV. Now, it's not like a Model Y. Tesla, you know, they were the first to really bring these to scale for everyone. They are super bouncy. And I know that from owning one and then from test driving Model Ys. But my Model 3 used to just bounce, baby. I'm telling you, it was crazy. This here rides a bit better, but when you hit bumps, it'll jar you. But it's less bouncy. It's more stiff coming down the road than bouncy like some other EVs. But when you hit a bump, it can be harsh. Now, this MagneRide does help with that on this GT Performance, but it doesn't help that much where I would pay extra for it. Now, for everything else, to include that with it, cool, but I wouldn't pay extra just to get the MagneRide personally. Now, the propulsion sound and unbridled, I actually really appreciate, but like I said, in mine, I have to keep it off because of my feedback from the subwoofer. I mean, this thing is so freaking quick, just it's so much fun to drive. Now, mine doesn't move like that, again, with mine being the more range-oriented one, rear-wheel drive. But one thing I love about these, again, in unbridled, you can really put your foot down and they will go. Now, these seats in the GT Performance, they hug pretty nicely around the body, but I mean, for the most part, they are still relatively comfortable. And again, the MagneRide does help in terms of the ride quality, but you can still feel the bumps. They're just not as jarring, I think, if that makes sense. So like down here, this is always pretty bumpy, but it does kind of deaden the bounciness a little bit. gonna try to give it a good pull getting on the interstate here. It'll be quick, so you gotta make sure you're ready. Here we go. Oh my gosh, this thing is so freaking quick. Oh man. Now I do want to give one more huge thanks to Ford Lincoln of Franklin for allowing me to review this car today. I'll leave a link below in the description. If you're looking to find the best price on one of these closer to home, click that second link down below. It takes just a minute to fill out your information. I'll make sure the local dealers are fighting to get you the best price on this or whatever new vehicle you might be interested in. The hands-free is going now, so pretty great system. Again, in terms of the lane centering, the adaptive cruise, it's fantastic. But I think for the money, you get a relatively nice car here, pretty solid in terms of the performance, in terms of just the amenities you get. I love the car overall. But for the money, it's great. It really is. And I think if these batteries hold up like I think they will, 300, 400,000 miles, you take care of them. I mean, what else can you get out of a car like that for that kind of money? Like, what other car is giving you that? I don't really know, except maybe a Toyota or a Honda that's on its last leg. But for the most part, these hold, you know, just their usability very well, and I know that from personal experience. So all that being said, this will bring me to the end of my review of this 2025 Mustang Mach-E GT Performance.